Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video in Azure Data Factory playlist. So today we are going to see about what is service principal authentication in linked service of Azure Data Factory pipelines. So in our previous videos we have learned about what is integration runtime, what is linked to service, and what is data sets. So if you haven't watched those videos, I highly recommend you to watch all those videos so you can understand these concepts better. So today we are going to move the Excel file from Azure ADLS Gen2 to Blob Storage with the service principal authentication. So let us get into the video. So let me give a overview of what is Azure Blob Storage and ADLS Gen2 account. So Azure Blob or ADLS Gen2 is a storage account which is recommended for data storage in Azure. So Azure will provide you a storage account for storing your data files. It can be a Excel structured, semi-structured, or it can be an audio or video files. So you can highly scalable your data files storage, and also you can able to securely access those files through the internet. So there are some of the key features available for you. So Azure will handle all the security purpose for you. So you can able to easily manage the networks and authentication for your storage accounts. So your files or your data will be highly securely stored in this storage accounts. So we have different kinds of tiers available for you based on your cost and business needs. You can able to select any tiers for your blob storage accounts. So there are policies to recover your backup storage in Azure Blob Storage or an ADLS account. So let's see what is a service principal authentication. So service principal authentication is an identity which you can able to create in your Azure Portal in your Entra ID to access your applications for the Azure resources that you have created. So this may require to create a application registry for your Azure Portal in the Entra ID. There you can find the credentials for authenticating your applications. So you can able to create multiple certificates for your applications and authenticate those certificates and credentials securely. So there are some advantages and disadvantages of this service principal authentication. So it allows you to securely authenticate your applications than access keys. So through access keys you can able to access the blob storage or ADLS Gen2 account, but creating a client secret with this service principal authentication will provide more secure access for your storage accounts. So we have expiration date that we can able to set for the client secrets, where you can able to set the limit of expiration period for your client secrets. So you can able to manage your client secrets effectively with those expiration date. So you can authenticate the applications very securely, and we have a role based access for those app applications. So you can able to create a register an application in the Azure portal, and you can able to provide the specific role access for your client secrets. So we have some drawbacks in this service principal. So this may require some additional setup for your authentication. So just like in our user assigned managed identity, we need to handle few more steps to authenticate our blob storage accounts. So this may also require creating and managing client secrets. So we need to create and manage the client secrets for the particular period of time that we have provided. So there are expiration date for your client secrets. So you need to create and manage those client secrets effectively to authenticate with this service principal authentication. So let us walk through the demonstration that we are going to perform. So we have Excel files in ADLS Gen2 account. So we are going to move those files with the help of pipeline copy activity to the Azure Blob Storage. So we are going to create the linked service and the dataset with the help of service principal authentication. So let us get into the Azure portal and start our live demonstration. So we are now inside the Azure portal. So first, to register an application in the Azure portal, you need to get into the Azure Entra ID. So this is Azure Active Directory which is renamed as Azure Enter ID, where you can able to provide all the access in Azure Portal. So let us get into the Microsoft Enter ID. So in this, you can see in the left hand side you can find the Manage tab, where you have all the accesses, where you can able to create guest users or groups for your tenant. So under this you can just hover over this. Here you can find the app registration, where you can create and deploy your apps. So you can just click on this app registration. So here you can click on new registration. So currently I have no app registered in this subscription. So you need to provide a name for your application. So let me provide us Blob Authentication app. So here you can provide the account type, the API that you are going to access. So let me provide it as single tenant. So you can, the users under this single tenant can able to access this application. So you can provide all the redirect URI as well. So I can just click on this register application. So once I click on this register application, the application has been registered in the Enter ID, and once the application has been registered, you can find the application ID, which is the client ID, and the tenant ID under this overview page. So we need these two things to authenticate in our linked service. So once you have created this application, you need to provide the necessary access for this particular application to the blob storage. So let us navigate to the blob storage. So we have the blob storage already created in our Azure account. So if you don't know how to create a blob storage or ADLS Gen2 account, have provided another video in this series. So you can watch that video how to create and configure your blob storage or ADLS Gen2 account. So under this blob storage, you can find the IAM, which is the access control management. You can just click on this IAM, where you can perform the role assignments. So there are certain roles available for you in this blob storage, which are basically admin, contributor, member, and viewer access. So you can just create a new role assignment with the help of the add role assignment. You can just click on add role assignment, and this will takes you to the role assignment page. So the first thing, you need to provide the role that you are going to assign to the particular user or the group or service principal. So let me just search the particular role under the search option. So this will list all the available roles for this blob storage. So let me search for storage data blob contributor. So you can find this, which allows me to read, write, and delete the files under this blob storage. So I need these access for the service principal. So I have selected the storage blob data contributor role, and once you can select the user, group, or service principal. So we have selected the service principal, and you can just click on select member. So this will list all the members available for you in this subscription. So where you can search for the app that you have registered. So let me search as blob authentication app that we have created recently. This is the app that we have registered in our Enter ID. So let me click on add. So this will add this application to the role assignment, and just you can click on this review and assign. So you can see once I click on the assign, this will automatically provide the access for this application. So you can just click on this role assignments. Under this you can just find all the role that you have assigned. So we have provided system assigned, user assigned, and now we have provided access for a service principal authentication. So once you have done all this, you just need to create the client secrets for your application. Before that, let us just launch our Azure Data Factory. So now we are under the Azure Data Factory portal. So under this, you can just click on this author tab, where you can able to create the pipelines and manage your activities. So under this, you can just click on this pipelines, where you can find all the pipelines available for you and the data sets which we have created in our previous videos. So quickly let me create a new pipeline. So click on new pipeline. So let us provide a name for this pipeline underscore blob underscore service principal. So you can search for the copy data activity in this activities and just drag it into the canvas. So once it has been added to the canvas, you can just rename the activity name copy Excel from ADLS to blob. So let us select the source dataset which we have already created, the dataset ADLS South India Excel. So this will map to the ADLS Gen2 account. So here you can find the dataset available for us. So we have selected the text Excel file from the sample container under the demo folder. So let me open this linked service that we have configured in our previous videos. So we have used access key authentication for this. We have provided the endpoint and the access keys for the authentication. So let me click on test connection. So the connection is successful. So we have the Excel file available for us. So we have selected the salary sheet from this Excel. So let me hit on this review data. So this will shows the raw format of the data that is available inside this Excel file. So this will shows the top 10 rows from this file. So we have the salary and the employee details in this Excel. So let me provide the destination for this copy activity. So click on sync and we can just create a new dataset and a new link to service. So can just click on this Azure Blob Storage, click on continue, and I need to make this as a CSV file and click on continue. So let me provide a name for this dataset underscore CSV underscore service principal. So you can just create a new link to service for this. Let me rename this as linked service underscore blob underscore service principal. So once you have provided the name for your linked service, you can select the integration runtime. So as this is a cloud storage, let me select as Azure Auto Resolve Integration Runtime, and under the authentication type you are going to select the service principal authentication for our blob storage. So you can just select the subscription available for you. Let me select the subscription, and once you have selected the subscription, it will list all the storage accounts under those subscription. So let me click on this blob storage. So once I have selected the blob storage, you can find I need to provide the tenant ID, the service principal ID, and the service principal key. So we can get this service principal from the registration. So let me go to the Azure portal, get into the enter ID. So under this, can just go to this app registration. So under the registered apps, you can just navigate to the app that we have created recently. So click on all applications. So you can see we have created the blob or app. Just get into that. So here we have the client ID available for us. Let's just copy this and paste it in this service principal ID. So we need a service principal key, which is the secret. So let us click on this certificate and secrets under the manage tab of this application. So just click on this certificates and secrets, so that you can able to create a new client secret for your app registration. So click on new client secret. So here you need to provide the description for your client secret and you need to provide the expiration date. So let me take this as 90 days and let me provide the description as this secret will expire in 90 days. So let me just click on add. So once I have click on add, this will create a new secret for me. So this description suggests me that it will expire in 90 days. So you can find the expiration date. It is 11th November of 2024. So let me just copy this secret. This is the value is the secret for your app registration. You can just get into the service principal key and paste this. So once we have provided the principal ID and the principal key, you can just click on this test connection, whether the link to service can connect to the blob storage. Yeah, so let us click create. So you can just browse the path folder. So inside this sample container I need the file. So let me click on OK. Let me take the file as sample.csv. So as the file is currently not available in the path, let me click on none and click on the OK to create this dataset. So once the dataset has been created, you can just go to validate the pipeline activity. So once there is no validation error in your pipeline, you can just debug this pipeline. So let me click on debug. So you can able to debug a pipeline without triggering it. So you can able to debug the pipelines without publishing your changes to the Azure Data Factory. If the pipeline goes into error, you can just change all those activities before publishing it to the Azure Data Factory. So the pipeline is currently running, so it is succeeded. So I hope you have understood how you can able to create a new app registration in your Azure portal, and you can able to create secrets and authenticate to your blob storage. So if you find this video is helpful for you, please like